On tonight's show, we have a killer Coin Magic DVD set, a card to a truly impossible location, a book in English, and as always, we give one lucky viewer a chance to win one of the products reviewed right here on the show. Stay tuned. What's shaking, guys? Welcome to episode 23 of the Magic Marketplace right here at the Magic Session. The three products that we're going to be reviewing tonight are right here, the European Coin Magic Symposium. This is a DVD set of an invitation-only convention that happens in Milan, Italy, from the best coin guys in the world all in one place, and it was recorded, so you guys get to check it out too. Probably the hottest trick in Magic right now, the Any Signed Card to Any Spectator's Wallet by Jeff Kaler and Michael Amar is what we're going to be looking at next, and you guys are in for a treat. And last but not least, my favorite part of the show and yours, in It's a Book, we have a book in English from Woody Aragon. That's a very cool book. People like Want Hammeris are just raving about this, and for good reason. There's some killer material in this book. And my name is Luke Dancy. I'm your host tonight right here at the Magic Marketplace. Thank you so much for joining us, whether you're watching live in our live session room or on demand or on our brand new YouTube channel. Thank you so much for all your support. We love you guys. And I want to introduce once again my co-host this week. We have Mr. Josh Norris. There he is.
Oh, hello. How's it going, the Magic Session? Thanks for tuning in, guys. I see a couple of our friends out there. Magic Man PLC, James Raymond, Illusioneer, Eric, Card Magician 12. Got about 70 guys tuning in live tonight. Always love to see you guys interacting and asking your questions. And of course, you can watch us on demand, as Luke mentioned. How's everything going, Luke?
I tell you what, man, it's been good. We got a brand new shipment of Magic in to look at. And man, is there some great stuff. I've been excited. We've got some great stuff this week. I got a killer trick next week. I haven't been this excited about a new effect in a really long time. That's what I've been up to, of course, other work stuff going on. But what's going on with you over there in the DC area?
I got a flat tire today on the way to a gig.
Jeez.
And I am notoriously not late for gigs, but I leave at the last possible minute. I think that's just something about my personality. I don't like to waste time and sit around before a show, so I'll leave with just enough time. And today I left with just enough time to get there on time and change a tire. So I walked in the door about 5 minutes before I started, but everything worked out and I made it, and they had no idea. So
now that's like a bad omen or something. You're going to a gig and you get a flat tire. Did the gig turn out okay, or were you just totally like flustered, and did you get yourself dirty and stuff having to get down there and change?
I got a flat tire in a parking lot, which is, I wasn't even driving. So it was on the way to a show. I stopped to get gas and I came back out to my car and my tire was flat. So I guess on the way into the gas station, something happened. So I actually will take that as a good omen because it could have happened while I was driving. So I think I had good luck today.
All right, well, we're having some good luck here. We've got so many great friends out there, like Josh said, watching us live, and thank you guys for joining us in our live session room. And it's now time for us to look at the first product tonight. This was on last week's SmackDown. Every week we do this. We had two products going head-to-head, and the one that you guys picked was the European Coin Magic Symposium set. And if you guys don't know about the SmackDown, if you're new to the show, we'll let Josh tell you a little bit more about that right now.
Yeah, so the SmackDown is your chance to actually decide what we review on the show. So like Luke said, we get a huge box of Magic every month of things to review. And oftentimes, when there's two hot products, we'll put them up on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/WeSession. And we put a poll. It's a live poll right there, where you can actually give your input as to which effect you would like to see reviewed on the show. And the Coin Magic Symposium was the winner last week. And at the end of this show, we'll be posting a new SmackDown, which Luke will tell you about in a bit later.
That's right, boys. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the first product tonight. This was from last week's SmackDown. This is Volume 1 and 2 of the European Coin Magic Symposium. This is more of a look at the artists that were there to give you a feel for just, wow, the phenomenal amount of talent that was there. And then we'll come back and talk about that and much more right here at the Magic Marketplace. Stay tuned. right, welcome back to the show, boys. That is the demo for the European Coin Magic Symposium. Now, these are two DVDs. I'm going to state that before we go into the review. There are two DVDs that are sold separately. So we have Volume 1 and we have Volume 2. So you don't buy these together. Of course, you can purchase them together from a dealer, but they are not sold together as a group. I just wanted to get that out of the way. But I wanted us to review both of them together, mainly because they're from the same event, the same symposium, same seminar that happened, and it's only fitting, I think, that we talk about these together. So, as you saw from the demo there, you saw a list of some of the names that are part of, this was the first one, this symposium, and it looks like they're going to do this again next year, and I can't wait to see the footage from that. So, the cool thing here is, if you're a coin guy, and you're a fan of coin magic, or maybe you're a beginner, and you want to try and figure out the type of style of coin magic that's for you, because let's admit, there are so many different types of coin magic out there from so many different people. So this is basically a great rundown on the top people in the world, because this was an invitation-only event, so you had to be invited. So you had to be one of the best of the best, to be joined at this event. And Josh, I know you do some coin magic, and when you see a set like this, that's full of some of the best names in the world, you can't help but get excited. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking through the list now, aside from the trailer we just watched. I mean, Curtis Cam, Eric Jones, Akira Fuji. These are the names in Coin Magic. I think there's like 16 guys on the first one, and then some more on the other. Looking through these with you earlier today, it's not the highest production value, but that's not what I'm looking for when I see a disc like this come out. When I see a set of names like that, I'm looking to learn from some of the great coin magicians, and production value isn't really something that's needed to sell a product like this. It's really about the caliber of magicians you have.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it is what it is. I mean, these guys, they got up in front of the group. Obviously, there's a table set up. They had a camera set up probably at the back of the room. They kind of got a tight shot on the table, and you saw the guys do their trick. Some of them did them just silently. Some of them did them in their own language, and they didn't. And then it was translated on the screen, that type of thing. And then there was a couple of times where they dubbed over in English, so you could understand what was going on too. But the cool thing is, because of that, you're seeing guys from Japan, you're seeing guys from France, you're seeing guys from the States, like Josh mentioned, Eric Jones, and Curtis Cam was on there. I gotta tell you, it's always fun to watch Eric Jones do his thing. He did the the Flash, his version of the Flash coins. Man, it looks so good in his hands, so good. Another one of our friends here at the Magic Session, Lawrence Godin. It's always great to see Lawrence doing his thing. He's known for his what do you call that? The contact juggling. But man, does his coin stuff look good too. There was also some stuff from Babel. Babel, so slick when he does stuff. Of course, what is a coin magic symposium without the one and only David Roth? You didn't see anything new from David, but you got to see him perform two of his classic effects, and that's pretty awesome. Also stuff from Mike Rubenstein, Fudogawa, who was a legend in coin magic. Also Giacomo Bertini. I believe Bertini is the guy that put the convention on. And he's on here a couple times. He did a version of the coins and cylinder routine. And there was a guy named Joke, or Jokey, or Joke. He did a version of Three Fly with Fire, which was kind of interesting. It was different.
Yeah, the other cool thing here is it's not just the explanations, but they actually had a competition at the Coin Magic Symposium, and the winners of the competition, first, second, and third prize, actually perform and explain their winning routine on the DVD. So I thought that was kind of cool that they had a competition where the winners were then required to give an explanation on the DVD. So this is some really killer coin magic.
No, absolutely, and it's always cool when you can see the top guys do their thing, and that's what you get here. So you get two volumes. Like I said, you get two volumes. They're both. They've got about the same number of people on each one, probably about 10 or so on each one. There's a little bit of crossover. A couple of the guys appear twice, and there are a couple of performance-only things. But
now, I guess the big question for me then is, who is this appropriate for, Luke? In your opinion, you have a variety of performers here, but is this very difficult coin magic? I know a lot of these guys are known for some really hardcore sleight of hand. Is this something that a beginner could pick up and learn from, or do you think it's best for them to start someplace else and maybe this is something they could graduate to? What's the variety of difficulty in this set?
No, I would definitely say this is probably more for the intermediate to advanced Beginner, I wouldn't go here. I would stay away from this. But the guys that are in the middle that have been studying coin magic for a while and kind of know the basics and have the fundamentals and the basic coin slides down, you watch this stuff and I'm sure you'll get a lot of stuff from it. So that's actually a really good question. Yeah. So and of course the biggest question of all is the price. $34.95. So $35 for this DVD, $35 for this DVD. If you want to be picky, you can look at the list of names online, pick out the ones that you like the best, buy that DVD. They are both exactly the same format, just have different performances and different explanations of the tricks. So that's...
Yeah, and if they were interested in the competition, I see a couple of guys in the room asking about the competition winners. Those 3 specific performance and explanations are on Coin Magic Symposium Volume 1. So if you wanted to see the award-winning acts, those are on the first DVD. But you've got some great names on either one. I think you can't go wrong.
Awesome. Well, there we have it. That is the review for the European Coin Magic Symposium. And like I said before, we're definitely looking forward to the next edition of the symposium, so we can check out the next DVD set from those guys. So they were on last week's SmackDown, these DVDs, up against another Coin Magic DVD. And this week we have 2 brand new products going head-to-head. And we'll pull up that right now. This is the SmackDown where we have 2 products going head-to-head. This week we have the brand new Luis D'Amato's Magic Square DVD going up against Wolfgang Moser's Miracle Monty. And those 2 products right now, you guys, if you head over to our Facebook page, I'll pull that up for you right there, facebook.com/WeSession. Right there at the top of the page, we've got our little poll running. That is the SmackDown. Click the little bubble next to the product that you would like to see reviewed next week, and we will do exactly that. We'll review the product right here on the show. And if you're not familiar with the products, you can find demos of those on YouTube, and that way you can make your decision on which product you'd like to see reviewed. So, speaking of reviews, let's now jump into the next one. We've got a lot to talk about this week because in the glimpse this week there were a ton of questions, and I know Josh, you were looking through these, and there were a lot of questions about this next product because it has to be the hottest product in Magic right now.
Yeah, and aside from that, the glimpse is not just your chance to talk about this effect, but every week, every Friday in the morning, we post one of the effects that will be reviewed on the show. The one this week was the any sign card to any Spectators wallet, which I must agree, if you follow the forums or any of the discussions online, this is the trick that everyone is talking about and asking about, including over on our website where we post the glimpse. We had over a dozen questions this week, and we're going to go ahead and go through some of those after we take a look at the trailer.
All right. Well, let's do that right now. Let's give you guys a peek at this, and we'll come back and answer all of your questions and much more right here at the Magic Marketplace. Stay tuned.
The card is freely selected. It can be marked in any way.
You get to hold on to the deck.
Can I shuffle?
Yeah, you can shuffle too.
The deck can immediately be shuffled by anyone. You can borrow any wallet, and the card appears inside of it.
Keep hold on to that deck with one hand, alright? With your other hand, grab your wallet.
How the hell is that in there? Can I pull it out? I'm scared. I don't want to know. I mean, I should.
Pull it up. One card. 4 spades.
Dude, did you see anything?
No! I was the only one that touched it!
Screw that. How the hell did you get Bud Pocket, dude?
The card can appear inside any randomly selected spectator's wallet. No stooges, no palming, no magnets, no trick cards, no pulls, no special wallets that can be repeated instantly, over and over again, with any other deck and any other wallet.
I don't have a clue, dude. How did you do that? It was in my...
And there you have it. That is that's the demo. Quite an amusing demo there at the end for the brand new any signed card to any Spectators wallet. And this has been just the talk of the Magic world right now. And I mean, it does sound like one of the holy grails of card magic, if I've ever heard of it. And
yeah, too good to be true is what people sometimes would say about an effect like this or a trailer like this. But I think we're happy to say this one isn't too good to be true. But a lot of the questions on the Glimpse this week were along those lines. You know, you see a trailer for a magic effect, and there's this very fine line between making it theatrical and exciting and being true and honest as to what the effect really looks like in performance. It looks like, if we look over at the Glimpse, Eric, IT Illusion, Card Magician 12, Tridig, White Oak, and a number of other guys all had questions along the lines of, does it really look that good? Is it practical? Is this just the trailer making it out to be something more than it is? And I think that's the perfect place for us to start, Luke.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, you know, people want to sell magic. They want to make it as exciting as possible because as a magician, that's what you get. That's what got you interested in the first place. It was that excitement, that feeling of the next new thing. And then you get something like this that's just like, that just sounds like such a dream effect. Now, the cool thing is, the method is very practical. And I would say that if you're like a worker or someone that does things on a regular basis where you need pocket management and you're worried about things like that, it's not just the routine. This is what I want to get out of the way first. It's not just the routine that you see on the box here, the little advertising, the wallet effect. There's so much more to this. Basically what you're getting is a utility device. Of course, allows you to perform the wallet effect, which I believe is the flagship effect for this. And why would you not want to sell the effect with that advertising with it? But it allows you to do so much more. It allows you to get cards in and out of play. So if you've got some gimmicks that you need and you don't want to have to keep adding them to the deck out of your pocket or palm, this lets you do that in such a clean way. And if you're a worker and you do walk around stuff, this is like a dream. This has got to be like the perfect thing for those guys that constantly want to tighten up how much stuff they have to carry, because pocket space is important.
Absolutely. And again, like you said, this is sort of the flagship effect with what is really a utility device, but this is not just a way of selling the product or a gimmick. It truly is a fantastic effect. And while the trailer is edited to not show some of the handling, I think in your spectator's mind, they're going to remember it exactly the way it's written there, that any signed card went into a deck, that was shuffled and went to their wallet. And I don't think there's many stronger plots in Magic than that.
Yeah, and I will say that, look, what you see in the video is what you can do for the spectators. Part of what's going on is not shown, but I don't think that that's an issue because as magicians, we can't be fooled by certain things. And laymen are. That's just part of the way things work. So part of what's happening isn't shown, but I don't think that it's deceiving to the viewer because it is a very simple means to make this work. And I believe if people saw it, they would probably go, oh, that's all it is. But well, it isn't that.
Yeah, and in this case, too, it's not as if sometimes there's a secret move left out of the trailer because it's something you can't get away with. And so literally they have to edit it out of the video because you would see how it's done both as a magician or as a spectator. In other words, the effect is not practical.
Right.
The handling on this is totally practical. And while it may have been left out of the trailer, I think that was just to make it a little bit more theatrical and streamlined, not to cover up for any sort of weakness in this effect.
Yeah, I mean, I think, for what you're getting here and what you could do with this, I think if people saw it and went, oh, that's all it is, this would have gotten looked over and probably a lot of people would have gone, oh, that's all it is. But when you actually take the time to look at this and think about the possibilities that just opens up so many doors and makes your life as a magician that much easier, I don't have a problem with what they did. And like I said, I don't think it was all that deceiving at all. So yeah, I mean, this is great. A lot more to it than just the wallet effect. So please keep that in mind when you're thinking about buying this. And I know you guys had some other questions over on the Glimpse. Did we have any other?
They're also they're coming in live at the same time on the chat room. Again, a lot of the same questions that were asked in the Glimpse. Movie Man is saying, will it break? Is it easy to make? Saberfang is asking, or can you buy it again? A lot of the same questions, again, that we saw on the Glimpse is that, will this thing last? Is it workable? I think we've kind of covered that. This is practical, and it is something that will last you once you get it into play, and is it too difficult to set up? Willie and Card Magician 12 on the Glimpse, they both asked, what is the difficulty on this? And also, do you have to steal or plant anything on the spectator prior to beginning the effect, or can you literally just go right into it and ask to borrow their wallet?
No, this could be done as is. You don't have to set up anything. There is no, nothing like that going on. I want to say one thing about the question that you said before this, though, and we'll get back to what Willie just asked. Jeff does sell replacement gimmicks on his site, so if you do need to get just the gimmick and you want to have a couple of them, he does sell them just as the gimmicks. And I'm sure that they're very reasonable because once you've bought the secret, I'm sure the replacements are much cheaper. But so I wouldn't worry too much about these quote-unquote breaking. As far as the difficulty level, it's not that bad. I was excited to start playing with this when I got it. I'm not going to lie to you. I went in my room and I threw on what I needed to wear to do this and started messing with it right away. It is going to take some practice, but it's practice because you want to make it look smooth and not because it's hard. You just want to get it to where it looks right, and you want to get the timing right. And so difficulty, not too bad, but as with anything, you want to give it practice and make sure that you do it the justice that it deserves.
Yeah, another question coming into the room right now is, do you need to wear something specific? And I think that's an important question with this effect.
Sure, and yeah, you do need to wear a certain type of apparel. However, it's not something that a lot of people don't already wear. So most guys already wear the right type of gear that you need to wear to do this. And to install this into what you wear is very, very easy. It'll take you up to 30 seconds to a minute. And it is a very common type of clothing, but most guys already wear what you need to wear. And we'll leave it at that. I don't want to take too much here.
Sure, and just to touch again on the big question, the difficulty of this, I think you talked a little bit about, it's something you want to work on. Again, timing and routining are almost as important as learning its lights in a lot of cases. And again, the question that keeps coming up in the room, I see in the chat here, is do you have to touch their wallet beforehand? Again, this is something you can do on the fly, literally approach someone and do it with any deck and with anyone's wallet. There's nothing you have to put into the deck or add to the deck before you begin this. You literally could borrow a deck and borrow a wallet to begin, so there's no specific requirement as far as decks.
That's correct. You can literally, and the cool thing is, when you go to borrow their deck at the end of the routine, your hands are totally empty, and you reach over and grab their wallet, and then you're able to do the revelation of the card from their wallet. It's very strong stuff. I think you guys will be happy with it when you get it, and I was excited as a magician, as someone who's been around this for a long time, and I'm so glad that finally something came through and did what it said it would do. And I'm not really surprised. It's got Jeff Kaler and Michael Amar's name on it, so I didn't expect to be disappointed. So that was quite a cool. What was the response? I'm curious. This is something we wanted to start doing this week. What was the response from the demo? What did the guys think about the demo once we showed it in the room?
Yeah, I heard a lot of reactions in the room. The person in the trailer who was flipping out and reacting at the end, a lot of people were saying, I feel like this guy. How the heck did that happen? Is it really that amazing? Which led into sort of our opening discussion of, is it all that it's cracked up to be?
Sure.
Yeah, I think what it comes down to for me when I personally purchase Magic is this something that I will actually go out and do for real people at a gig or for friends, depending where you do your Magic? Is this something I would actually do, or is this something I'm going to look at and probably throw in a drawer and never use again? And to me, this is practical, this is a powerful effect, and as you mentioned, this is also a utility device that I could already think of uses for from some of my existing effects. So you're getting a lot more here than just one effect.
Absolutely, man. And of course, the main thing that everyone wants to know about, I see a lot of questions in the live room now too, they want to know how much this is. What's the price? That's the most important question of all. And $39.95. So for 40 bucks, you get a very, very well done DVD, and I want to touch on that. It's shot beautifully. It's done very well. And the other cool thing is Jeff on his website, in the packaging, there's a password and a login for his website with additional tips and ideas that he's also going to be asking other members for. So if you have ideas, you give them to him. They'll be shared with all the other guys that have bought this. So as a little community there, you can share your ideas and make it even better, which I thought was very cool too. So a great product, very well done, and I think the price is right here. But please don't think of this just as a signed card to Spectators wallet, because it is so much more. So there we go. Now that we've talked about that, it's also time to do the next most exciting part of the show, and that's the random Magic giveaway contest. And we'll announce this week's winner and give them their prize, and then we'll have Josh tell you how you can be the next winner. So this week's winner is, I guess it's only fitting we bring the drum roll back. This week's winner is Mr. James Raymond. James Raymond has been around our site for a long time. We put the names in the hat, pulled out a name, and there was James's name. And I was smiled because it's always cool to see James, and he's been a great part of our community. He actually tagged the term "One Nation Under Cards," which I thought was quite cool. So now let's give James some magic. Let's pull up the prize chart right now. As you see, a lot of people are going to get excited. Last week we had number 9, which is Jamie Dawes Gathering. I've replaced that with the EMC 2011 8 DVD set, so that's pretty exciting. We also have the signed copy of Redemption in there. We've got Max Krause's Mud. We've got David Stone's Tool. Got a lot of great stuff on here. And don't forget, on number 13 is the free spin, and on 22 you got the wild card, which means you get to pick anything from the list. So let's now spin the Wheel of Riches, and let's see what we can do. Let's hit this up, and I'll hit the spin button, and off we go. Let's see. Big money. Big money. Here we go. Let's see. Wheel's slowing down, and it looks like we got number 32. So let me hop back over to the price chart, and that's JC Sum and Magic Babe Ning's Behind the Illusions DVD set. So James Raymond, congratulations, you've won the Illusion. It's a 2 DVD set. Talks all about stage illusions, and it's a lot of fun to watch. A lot of great backstage and behind the scenes footage of doing illusions. And I know you are kind of a stage guy, so hopefully you'll enjoy that one. And
yeah, and if you guys watching at home, live right now, or if you're watching us on demand or on YouTube, if you want to get in and win some of this magic, everything we review on the show, we give back out to our audience in the form of prizes. One of the ways that you can win is through what we call our random magic giveaway. All you have to do is go to our website, themagicsession.com, go to any of the articles or essays that are up, any of the on-demand videos, and simply engage in the discussion already going on there. Post a comment, ask a question, and get involved. And every week we will draw a name from the new commenters and pick someone to win some free magic.
That's right. It's that easy. And, you know, we could sit on this stuff and enjoy it ourselves, but it's all about giving back to you guys for being such great members and being part of our community.
Can we amend that and not give away the any card to any spectator's wallet? I want to play with that one.
I might have an extra copy of that.
Okay, we'll see. Or maybe you can put my name in the hat and I can spin next time.
Yeah, that wouldn't be rigged at all. Yeah.
No.
All right, it's now time to jump into my favorite part of the show. I know Josh loves it, and you guys too. Welcome to It's in a Book.
Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. A reading rainbow.
Here it is, boys. This is a good one. This is Woody Aragon, a book in English. This is something that a lot of people have been excited about for a while now, and the reason why, it's got a lot of great accolades behind it. People like Juan Tamariz. Juan wrote the foreword, had glowing things to say about Woody, and that pretty much says it all. Of course, there's other quotes here from Eric Jones, Sean Farquhar, who is a world champion of Magic, Steve Beam, among other people. The guy is a genius, and I believe that he is from, I believe he's somewhere in South America. I don't know the exact area, but he, of course, published this in his language, his native language, and now it's been translated to English, hence the title, A Book in English. So this has been a long time coming, and it's cool because you start off the book right from the cover. He's holding up cards, and he tells you don't open the book until you think of one of these cards. And I have to admit, when I did it, it was actually, it was fooling, because what he was trying to do worked on me. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. So I'm sure a lot of the guys out there in the room have the book, and I'd be curious to know how many of those guys also tried the little experiment and actually had it work on them. I know Eric Johnson out there, I know it worked on him. Josh, are there any other guys out there that said that they've done the trick with the book and it worked on them?
I see a couple guys. Van said it worked on him. He has the book.
Cool.
One other thing to note is that he's actually from Spain.
Spain. Okay.
Toledo, Spain, it looks like, from Seuss, who's the host of Magic on the Side, and
Okay.
is our expert for all things book-related.
Okay, cool. Well, you know what? I want to try something new today on the show. Before we talk more about the book, because it's awesome, okay? I want to do a trick for Josh and for you guys watching too. So, Josh, do you think you're up for this? We haven't gone through this, guys, so I don't even know if he's going to be prepared to do this. Are you up for this?
Sure.
All right.
I think so. I don't know what I'm in for. So, am I performing or are you performing? It
Well-
feels like you're putting me on the spot for some reason.
Well, I tell you what. I'll lead the way. I'm going to cause a miracle to happen all the way from Las Vegas. That's right. You're in D.C., I'm in Vegas, but we're going to try to connect over these wavelengths and try to make something cool happen. So grab a few cards. Grab 4 cards. 4 cards that you would not ever want to use again. That's important.
All right. Does it matter if they're the same color
They
or
don't
any
need to
requirements?
be. They don't need to be the same cards on the fronts,
Pull these
like
guys
different
here.
suits. However, they do need to be the same colored backs. That's the
I will
only
get some
requirement.
contrast for you guys. What do we got here? Another.
Cool.
All right, I got 4 cards. See, that was actually planned. We had to do that so that I could then gimmick the cards. which were
Right.
Seemingly, no, they're still normal. These are out of a stud pack of cards: 9 of spades, 5 of diamonds, Queen of spades, Ace of diamonds. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with these, Luke. So if you want to
Okay.
guide me, I'm
Sure.
ready.
Well, I've already got the guys in the room started on this, but we'll have you catch up.
Okay.
So take the cards and hold them long ways. So turn them on their side there.
Oh, is this long ways? I don't know.
Hold them. Yeah, there you go. What I want you to do is bevel them just a little bit, and I
right.
want you to hold them by the middle, and I want you to start to tear them right down the middle. So tear the 4 cards right down the middle.
All right.
Yeah. Do it. Yeah, there you go. What this is representing, Josh, and this is the pattern from the book. This is representing the tearing of 2 people's hearts. This is this is this
Oh,
is
I'm an expert. I didn't know I was going to be so good at this trick. Let's go.
This is the representing of 2 people that have torn each other's hearts out, and
wow.
this is the remains. These cards are the remains. So,
Yeah, trick. This is the Maria trick I'm doing now.
what I want you to do is take either pile of the cards and put one underneath the other. It doesn't matter if the right goes on the left or the left on the right. Just there you go. What I want you to do now is I want you to cut the packet. So pick it up, square it up, and cut the packet anywhere that you like.
All right.
All right, and you guys follow along at home too. All right. And now what I want you to do is let's make a mess of this. Let's make a mess. This relationship was a mess. That's why we tore it up. Make the cards a little fan. Make a little fan out of the packet there.
Okay.
And take the top 3 cards
Uh-huh.
and put them anywhere in the pack together. So anywhere in the spread, put them in there together.
Somewhere else. Okay, I'm going to move them down here.
So you guys at home do that as well. All right. So now we
Okay.
have this random mess, just like the relationship was a mess. So what I want you to do is, when a relationship goes bad, we always keep a little token of the relationship. So I want you to take the top card and put it over there on top of your card box. This will be the reminder of this relationship that went
Okay.
wrong.
This will be the ring that I gave her, which I'm taking back.
Nice.
Next.
God. You know what? Let's make this even more random. I want you to take the top piece and put it anywhere in the packet that you want.
Okay.
Anywhere that you want.
Okay.
Now I want you to mix up things even more and take the top two pieces together and put them anywhere you want in the packet.
Okay.
Together.
Put them on the bottom, actually.
Now what I want you to do is you can do this again if you like. It's totally up to you. You can do it again or you can stop there.
Okay.
All right. Now here's a very important choice. You could take the top piece, the top 2 pieces, or the top 3 pieces. You can either get rid of them or you can put them together in the middle wherever you like. So you can do the top 1, the top 2, or the top 3. You can get rid of them. You can put them in the middle.
I want to take the top 2 and put them in the middle.
So put them in the middle together. There you go.
Okay.
All right. So now we're going to talk about the days after the breakup. Of course, you start with Sunday. So take the top piece and put it on the bottom. That represents Sunday.
Sunday.
Go through the next one from Monday.
Monday.
And then Tuesday.
Tuesday.
And Wednesday.
Wednesday.
And Thursday.
Thursday.
Friday.
Oh, I hate those.
And Saturday.
Saturday. Another Saturday alone.
So
Okay.
that's basically, that represents the week of the heartbreak. That's when everything just goes wrong and you feel good. You have your ups and your downs. Well, you know what? Let's now try one last thing together. You know the thing where you take a flower and you say she loves me or she loves me not when you pick a flower? We're going to do that with the cards and see what happens. So the top piece goes to the bottom as you say she loves me.
She loves me.
The next piece goes off to the side. Get rid of it because she doesn't love you. So why do we want that? So throw it off to the side.
Me not.
Continue as before. The she loves me.
She loves me.
She loves me not.
She loves me not.
She loves me.
She loves me.
She loves me not.
Loves me not.
She loves me.
She loves me.
She loves me not.
She loves me not.
She loves me.
She loves me.
She loves me not.
She loves me not.
And do it one more time.
She loves me.
And she loves me not.
Loves me not.
And now you're left with a piece.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a keepsake.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what's interesting? Cupid's arrow and it's, things are, yes, try to line up the pieces. And you know what's interesting here? It looks like they match.
All
but
right.
not just on the back, but turn them around, Josh, and you'll see that truly were messed up.
Wait a minute.
Well, I hope everyone...
Is that how it's supposed to end?
No, I hope everyone at home had better luck than you did, because that's not the way it's supposed to work at all.
Hey, any relationship I've ever been in never ends the way it's supposed to. So, yeah, apparently it worked for everyone else. I have no idea where I did that wrong. Probably going to do this again off camera and put it in the on-demand.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Properly.
Yeah. Well, so that's one of the many effects that comes
It's a great
from...
one. Yeah, I'm absolutely going to do this one. My show.
This is going to go right into, it's going to right into your professional repertoire, and you use it every...
Yeah, let's
Wow.
see, that's her. She was the queen, and I was being a bit of an ace, and she got sick of me, and that was the end of it. So, but just like all relationships, you never know how they're going to end.
Yeah.
That's the same with magic tricks, and that, my friends, was a lesson in love.
That was definitely a lesson, and the book, the effect does work. I know what happened. I know exactly what went wrong there, and it's not a problem. And this is actually a great piece to do. You can do this over the phone. He does it on stage for the whole audience, because there's so many different choices that can be made, and that's pretty cool, because you can do this for a large group of people. So many different choices, and the end result still comes out the same. So that's very cool.
Now the story might be a bit depressing. I don't know that I could walk my audience through that process of the breakup. I might change the pattern. But yeah, if in the hands and they end up matching after all those random decisions, placing cards, shuffling cards, kind of cool. Is this the style of all the effects in the book, or is this just one particular trick you pulled out?
He wanted to start the book with something that you could do as the reader. So he would try to fool you as you open the book and started to learn. The rest of the stuff isn't like that at all. There's things, there's sleights taught, a way to separate a deck from reds and blacks. It's not like culling a deck. It's kind of a new way to do it. He's got other things using stacks, other type of like memorized deck type of work. So this isn't really like the rest of the book at all. This is kind of the easy, do as I do kind of easy effect. The rest of the stuff does get a bit more advanced for the more advanced card guys. So that's definitely the type of audience that you're looking for. But I mean, what do you expect when you have someone like, Tamara's talking this up? Some of his works also appeared in Steve Beam's publications. So he does have some self-working stuff, but for the most part, it is a little bit more advanced. That's for sure.
Awesome.
Yep. And so, of course, the big question about a book like this is the production quality. It's a great looking book. Let me look how many pages there are here, because it is packed full of a lot of stuff. He also has a really cool any card at any number that's in here as well. This is about 375 pages, so it is packed full of stuff. And there's also a really cool trick in here where the ink, he calls it the transparent traveling spots. It's a very clever thing where you pull the ink off the card in a very cool way. I thought that was neat. It also has a couple of packet things in here, but a lot of things with kicker endings, predictions. And the writing style is very cool and funny, and also the pictures are interesting. You can see it looks like they're a little faded. They did that on purpose. That's kind of the style with the book. So it looks a little grainy on purpose, kind of to make it a little stylish. Of course, the price about the book everyone wants to know is the price tag. $49.95, so for 50 bucks, you're getting a book that a lot of people are excited about, and the stuff in here goes from self-working, a couple of things, to more advanced, definitely for the more advanced people that know about magic, card magic beforehand, and are familiar with the basics. So that is the review for the book in English from Woody Aragon. All right.
Yeah, and we can't emphasize enough how important this section of the show is. I'm a student of Denny and Lee Magic Shop here in Baltimore, and when I first went to Denny's, he actually refused to sell me a trick and put me on the books a long time ago. And it really is the best place to learn magic and the best way to learn magic. A lot of times we'll spend 40 bucks on a single new effect, and for a book, of often the same cost, you get hundreds of effects. Take a look at Tarbell, for instance. So we can't recommend enough always adding to your library. It's never a bad choice to buy a book over a trick. There's plenty of tricks I have in a drawer that I'll never look at again, but all the books on my shelf are something that I truly value and I always turn to.
Yeah, I mean, I can't agree more. That's why we love this part of the show, and it seems like it's catching on. You guys are big fans of this too. And, there are a lot of things that you see on DVDs now that people get excited about that come from books. The hidden secrets of magic truly are in the books, And just because people say that it's easier to learn from DVDs doesn't mean that it's the best way to learn. So that's our thoughts on books, and we're excited to bring you many, many more books. We got some really good ones coming up in the weeks to come that we know that you're going to love as well. So a couple other big things that are happening with us, because that wraps up our reviews. We'll just go through these quickly. One thing that we want to tell you about that we're very excited about, and we'll show that right now up on the screen. We have, on October the 20th, a lecture, a live lecture with a mystery guest. And the closer that we get to the lecture, we might tell you who it is. And don't forget, and I don't want you to think that the silhouette is giving it away. That's not actually a picture of the person. That's just a random photo there. But on October 20th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time in our live session room, we do have a lecture for you. We're bringing these back now, and we're very excited to have that for you. And of course, that will be available in our on-demand section, so you guys can enjoy that at your convenience. And also, another fun thing coming up, we have the jam session this Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time with your hosts, Trini Montes and Mark Calabrese. The topic this week is going to be card effects using gimmicks and gaffs and trick decks. And for me, that's actually that's a topic that I like a lot, and I can't wait to see that one because it's a lot of fun. And then the last thing we want to tell you about, because every other Tuesday we have Jamie Dawes for the international jam session. There he is. Jamie Dawes is joining us from the UK, so he is live at 8 p.m. GMT time. That equates to 3 p.m. Eastern time or 12 noon Pacific time. And that's on Tuesday as well. He's every other Tuesday, though. So 8 p.m. Eastern time for the regular jam session, 8 p.m. GMT time for the international jam session. So we've got a lot of fun stuff going on. We hope to see you for one of those over in the lounge. And don't forget, after this show today, once a month we do Magic on the Side, the podcast, a live taping from the lounge. That's going to happen right after this. So we'd love for you guys to head over to the lounge.
And you know, if you're ever coming by the website looking for something to do, there is the on-demand section. The lounge is an awesome place. If you've never explored it, it's a live video chat room where you can hang out with other magicians. And the jam sessions on Tuesday that Luke was talking about, that is your chance at a focused time, scheduled time, where you know there'll be a crowd and there's a topic and moderators to talk about magic. But really, any time you can hop in the lounge and hang out with some friends and learn cool magic tricks like this one.
God. And don't forget, guys, also we'll always remind you on what's going on over on our Twitter page. That's twitter.com/WeSession. We let you know when things are happening over in the lounge, and we also do the conversations on Fridays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We have special guests, giveaways, and much, much more, and we'd love to have you join us for that as well. So, Josh, I guess that's about it for this week. Any final words for our friends out there watching us live?
Practice, practice, practice.
Couldn't have said
Can't
it.
say that enough.
I definitely could not have said it any better myself. But what I will say, actually, you know what? I'm going to leave what I'm going to say to someone else this week, because I want you to all have a great week. And remember, as I always say,
As Luke Dancy always says, be good or be good at it.
that's right, guys. Be good or be good at it. We'll catch you guys right here next week at 8 p.m. Eastern Time in our live session room. Or, of course, you can find us on our brand new YouTube page, youtube.com/WeSession. All right, have a great week, and we will catch you guys right here next week.
Is this your card?
I don't know.
Was it a red card?
I don't know what red is.
Ta-da!